what's up, stream? Today it's gonna be a weird one. It's gonna be a very weird one today because I'm not playing any games. All I'm gonna be doing is comparing Rhyperior to Tyranitar and Primirina to. I'm comparing Primirina to Milotic and Rhyperior to Tyranitar. So, the way I'm gonna do this is like this. So, I'm gonna space this out. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over all of their weaknesses and their strengths and the movesets that you can run on them and all that. So this is gonna be more of just like a competitive analysis for my team, more than it's actually gonna be any gameplay. I may stream again later and do some gameplay, but for now, this is just like I'll explain it basically. So Primirina's weaknesses. So electric. So okay. So we'll do weaknesses. So 2 times weakness to electric, grass, and poison. And 4 times weaknesses, none. And then here you have, so we'll do, strong, I'll do coverage also, but that's after. So we'll start with weaknesses. And Dragon doesn't affect it. So this is Primirina's weaknesses. When you compare that to Milotic's weaknesses, so we'll space this over here and go weaknesses. Like, this isn't gonna be as complex. Sorry if my spelling's off. I'm doing this fast. This isn't gonna be like that complex, if I'm being honest. It's more just gonna be like for my team in specific, which I'll show you guys, who's gonna work better and why. So Milotic's weaknesses is 2 times to electric and grass. Nothing else. And also, if I go here, the way I'm doing this is kind of stupid, but it's okay. And then 4 times weaknesses, none. So what does that mean? So that means Milotic has less weaknesses than Primirina, so that's a positive. So that's a good thing. I'm gonna start with these 2, and then I'll go to Rhyperior and Tyranitar. So for now, this is the start. So what does that mean to me? Let me just pull up both of them next to each other so I can explain exactly what I'm talking about. And then we can go with movesets as well. So, what am I going to be running, or what are most Primirinas running at this point? So Primirina is gonna have, let's see, this is what I'm running on my team. So I'm gonna go moveset, possible moveset at least. You have Moonblast, of course Fairy, then you have Hydro Cannon. You're running Hyper Voice, and you're either running Protect or Energy Ball. So for the purpose of my team, I run Icy Wind. So I guess I'm actually just gonna put Icy Wind there, because this is what I run. So I'm saying on my team, what would they be running? And this is what it is. So let me go same here. Boom. Okay, so what would I be running on Milotic? Now this is a question that I've been asking myself a lot. The one thing I like about Milotic is Milotic gets Helping Hand. So you have 2 choices for Milotic. You can go with these 2 movesets. You can go with a Muddy Water. Wait, I'll check in and put this on screen. You can go with a Muddy Water, Hypnosis, Recover, Coil moveset, which basically means you're coiling when you get onto the field. Then if you don't get hit, you're either recovering to heal, or you're gonna go for another coil if you want to make sure you land Hypnosis, or you're gonna go for Muddy Water to make them miss. Which isn't a bad strategy, but it literally forces you to have basically 2 turns of setup. Guaranteed, you have to have 2 turns of setup. Or you can run the moveset, which is what I would probably run, which would be Muddy Water, Recover, Ice Beam, and either Protect, Mud Shot, Helping Hand, Dragon Pulse, Scald. Like, there's a lot of choices you can do. You don't have to run Muddy Water. So let me see if I can pull up. I can pull up on my phone what I was going to run, because I was going over this earlier. So I decided, I think, yeah, that I was gonna run. Where am I? I was gonna run Muddy Water. Even though it's only 85% accurate, I think it's gonna hit enough that it shouldn't really be that bad. And you're never gonna be in the position where if you miss it, you're gonna lose. I think that's just like the main goal, is that you don't really want to be in a position where she's sweeping. And I was gonna run this. So this is what I was gonna run. Now there's a reason for this. I was gonna run this moveset because I found out something today. If we can pull up a calc, let me pull up a calc of a Pikalytics calc. Okay, so let's go. This is the calc that really stands out to me. So what am I running? That makes sense. Jolly, Libra, Life Orb. Yep. Yep. Perfect. Yep. Okay, I run Iron Head instead. Okay, so this is the point. This is the calc that I am worried about. When you play another Cinderace, that's going to be the same build as you because it's the most common build. As you see, if you're so you're going to become a flying type. You're going to max, and you're going to use max airstream. So how much is? This is what you need to see. Not max airstream. It's max airstream. No things. Okay. Makes sense. Flying, physical. Yep, just a max. Oh, okay, that's that. So these corresponding max. I don't know how well this works, but okay. So if you're a flying type and you're moving that move, what are your chances at killing? 85.8%. Okay. So obviously it's not good. I don't know why they're saying high jump kick you don't use because they Dynamax obviously. So you're gonna be speed tying, and you almost always go for max airstream if you're playing another Cinderace because you want to win that speed tie. So I discovered something today. You see that this doesn't kill, right? There's no rolling chance that it can kill. It's doing 70 to 85% of health, but when you add Helping Hand, guaranteed one shot. Meaning, if I go Helping Hand, Milotic, Cinderace start, Dynamax, Cinderace, and Max Airstream against another Cinderace, I will easily one-shot it, as long as I win the speed tie. And if I don't win the speed tie, then I will get a one-hit KO no matter what. So that's a big deal for me. That's probably the biggest deal of why. I mean, obviously Helping Hand, as you see, literally doubles your attack. Like, it's not. It's 1.5 times your attack, so it does a lot. It almost makes a Pyro Ball kill, which is not very effective against another Cinderace that's fire. But when they go to a flying type, cause let's say you lose the speed tie, right? Let's say you lose the speed tie. With Helping Hand, you're still guaranteed to kill. Which is the whole point. You're guaranteeing yourself a kill when you have Helping Hand. So that is why if you go back here, Helping Hand is obviously a huge help to the team. As well, another calc that's pretty popular, I'd say, is, let's say what? Rillaboom. I don't run max attack, but let's just say, in this case, I will. Rillaboom, Grassy Glide, non-maxed with Helping Hand against another, let's see what's popular. I'd say like Primirina or Milotic because it's the most common like water types you're gonna see. Primirina, Pikalytics deck, I'd say. Yeah, that makes. This is offensive Primirina, but you can see it's a guaranteed one shot with Helping Hand. Without Helping Hand, it's not. But that's not a defensive one. So let's see what the defensive one. Okay, there's defensive one. Wait, no. Oh, Preem. Premium. Am I spelling? It's Primirina. Oh, okay. Primirina. Yeah, so you can see a Grassy Glide with Helping Hand KOs. Meaning you get priority and you're getting a one-shot on a Primirina. And it's a Milotic who's even more tanky. You go Milotic, which this is, yep, max defense Milotic with Helping Hand. Look at the difference in damage. Another reason why I like Milotic, I think, a little bit more. Look at how much tankier it is. Very tanky. Then Helping Hand doesn't matter, I guess, but so you're doing 80% compared to 50%. So it's like, it's a big help. And if you Dynamax, well, that was Dynamax? Oh, that was against them being Dynamax. Okay, never mind. Oh, shoot, that's insane. Yeah. So if you're maxing Grassy Glide, let's just say, I don't know if this counts right, so 160. Okay, you are one-shot no matter what then. But the point is Helping Hand's really helpful, no matter what. Helping Hand's always going to be more helpful. So just the difference for me is really coverage-wise. Because I was proving that Goodra was a really hard issue for me. And I don't know how I'm going to solve that. I only really have a few ways to solve that. So I either solve my Goodra issue by keeping Moonblast, or Ice Beam. Ice Beam works very well. But I mean, Ice Beam, that's why I'm going to go over typing. I'm just going to order for you. Actually, give me a few seconds. That's why I'm streaming this instead of recording this, because I want your guys' tips and stuff, but okay. What did I just do? What did I do? What is happening? My fan is so annoying. I'm sorry about that. My bad. So, hold on. I can go over this in a sec. So I'm going to go over typings, what they're strong against, what they're weak against. Milotic has less weaknesses, but I'm pretty sure she also has less strengths, which is the problem for me. So, okay, so he wants no chips. Sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so let's see now. So now you can see the moveset of what I'd most likely run. Now this could become Icy Wind, but it doesn't really matter at that point. I could also run Coil or Scald instead of Muddy Water, but again, it's not really going to matter for what I'm doing here, because I'm just going to do like advantages and disadvantages. So now you can go down here. We go to Strengths. Okay. So this would be comparing stats, this would be comparing all that kind of stuff. I can't spell. You know what? Fuck, I'm tired. So, Primirina strengths. So you have Moonblast. Sorry, let's make sure I pull up everything. so you have Moonblast, which obviously is strong against. You got a fighting type strength, a dragon type strength, and a dark type strength. With that one move, then you have the water advantage with Hydro Cannon. Then you have the fire type strength, the ground type strength, and the rock type strength. Hyper Voice is another water move, and then you have Icy Wind, which gives you grass strength. Already have ground strength, flying strength, and already have dragon strength. So it's dragon times 2, and it's ground times 2. So you can see her strengths. Now, is that a big deal is the question. Okay, so let's compare them. Now, I'm obviously other things counter into that, but I'm just going based off like what you would see like normally. Then you can go strength. So then you have the water type strength. Milotic's questionable. The only thing I have with Milotic is that all of her moves are not 100% accurate. Like, I mean, except for obviously status moves. But I'm not kind of a person that likes to leave shit up to RNG because it never goes in my favor. But in some cases, it's worth it. It's worth it because it becomes more of a support mon as well. So then, of course, you have the Ice Beam coverage. I'm going to make this a lot more detailed, but just for now, I'm going to start it out like this. I'm going to do the same thing with Rhyperior and... Okay, and then you got times 2 on ground coverage, your flying coverage, and your dragon coverage. So, you asked the question then, what are you missing coverage-wise? I'm missing fighting coverage, so can I put like, let's put like, can I highlight? I don't know, is highlighting like possible? No, I can't highlight. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so you have fighting, advantage. What else? Dark. So basically, it's just the fairy move, right? Because you get a water move and an ice move on both of them. So you get the fairy type advantages, which helps you with fighting, helps you with dark, and that's all that matters. Yeah, because you already have dragon coverage. So basically, you gain fighting and you gain dark coverage, but you're losing helping hand, and you're losing recover. Now, I can always change recover to be... The thing I like about Milotic is that you can do this. You can run Mud Shot if you wanted to. But Mud Shot, again, is not 100% accurate, so it's a weird move. Mud Shot's not the greatest move. It's not strong either, but it lowers speed. But it does hit their whole team. So, I mean, it's possible that I may run, like... If I don't run recover, I can always run a ground move. So there's more options with Milotic, I think. So we will see. But in this case, this is what it is. So she gets a dark advantage and a fighting advantage over Milotic. But she also gains a poison weakness. So in that, just looking at this, I would say Primirina is better just in this case. I mean, I'm obviously not... This isn't all the stats yet. I'm going to start with Primirina versus Milotic. I'll do that now. So in this case, I would say Primirina is stronger. But then we get to base stats. Now we get into where everything really matters. In my opinion, this is where everything really matters. So you go Primirina. I go down, what happens? Okay, that's fine. So if you go Prim, you go base stats. He has 80 HP. Attack doesn't matter. So I'm gonna say, okay, so let's just go like what matters. 80 HP. 74 defense, 126 special attack, and 116 special defense, and 60 speed. Adding up to 530 total base stats. And if you go here, same thing for Milotic. This is like the least efficient way to do it because I have to add spaces into it, but it's okay. So if I get a Milotic, you have 95 HP. Where am I typing? Where did I just type that? Nowhere. Okay. You have 95 HP. Attack doesn't matter. Although it does a little bit more Milotic, but for this cases, it doesn't matter. 79 defense, so you have a little bit better defense. I did. I had a free entree. Yeah. Yes. 20 something. Yeah, well, we ordered 3 meals. I don't know. Soon. Special defense. No. No, don't pull it out of the router. Yes. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Don't do that.
What?
Don't do that.
What? My computer can't update.
Okay, I'll help you after. Just let me finish this. Once food's here, I'll be done. After food, I'll be done. Okay, hold on. I'll be back. so it is 81 speed, and we're going here, and it adds up to 540 total stats. So let's compare stats. So more HP, more defense, worse special attack, better special defense, better speed. So what that means is that she's more of a Milotic is more of a support, which can still do a decent damage, and the EV spread that you would put on this would make this even better than this already is, pretty much. So what that means to me is that Milotic is probably better, and I think I'm going to use Milotic. Because Milotic gives you the helping hand boost. Milotic can stay in there and recover with leftovers and all that stuff, and it has less weaknesses. So I think Milotic ends up working for my team better. So I think I'm going to officially switch to Milotic. So this is good. Can I save this? How do I save this? I can copy this. Hold on, let me hide my screen real quick. You guys can watch YouTube. How do I do this? Let's start a new document. Hold on. Cream, the Milotic, guitar, the Rhyperior. Okay, so now we move on. So I think, tell me if I'm wrong or right. Let me put this up here. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but to me, doesn't really make. Oh, and we can put abilities into this as well. So another good thing about Milotic, another positive thing about Milotic is it is competitive, meaning if it's any of its stats get lowered, its special attack harshly raises. Right? It raises it by 2, I believe. It boosts it by 2, meaning that 100 special attack becomes doubled because it's boosted by 2. So it becomes 200 special attack if it gets lowered in any way, shape, or form. So I do think Milotic's definitely better because Preem is better at spread moves and maybe wanting to Dynamax, but Milotic with Helping Hand. I think Cinderace Milotic is more popular than Preem Milotic and then Preem Cinderace for that reason. Because Milotic is faster, Milotic is bulkier, so it can support more. As well as this coil strategy, and you put people to sleep, but I don't like coil. I agree with Wolfie in that way. I may replace Muddy Water with Scald, but then it has no spread moves at all. Scald's good because you can get the burn, but I don't know. We will see what ends up working for me. If I don't like Muddy Water, I can always switch it to Scald, so Scald. And we'll see. But in this case scenario, this is fine. Okay, so so let's make sure this is even for me. Make this even. It's gonna bother me if it's not even. Can I even? Okay, well. Bothers me, it's not even. Whatever, I'll make this neater another day. But for now, this just needs to be even because it's actually bothering me. Okay, so for now, whatever, but it's okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. So now we're gonna move on to Now, Rhyperior is unique in one way, which is going to make this a little bit harder. Rhyperior. And G-Tar. Rhyperior is unique in one way. His ability called Solid Rock, which means which makes the 4 times effective becomes 3 times effective, and his normal 2 times effective become 1.5 times effective. So he's unique in that way. Can I just write this another way? Can I? Hold up. Can I just... break. I can do that. Can I like write in columns? Isn't it like a thing? Column. 2 columns. Okay, that kind of does it. I messed it up. Can I just make like this writing columns? Is that a thing? I think it is. It's gonna make the whole thing, right? No, it isn't. Okay, so if I go like Rhyperior, how does it work with columns? I don't know how this shit works. How does columns work? I'm so confused. Then you're supposed to like make it a column? Oh wait, so if I do like this, it'll make it a column, right? How does that work? I'm so confused. Okay, whatever it is. I'll just write here. It's fine. So let's just write some notes. I'm not gonna do it this way. I'm just gonna write like notes. So again, let's go same thing. So T-Tar. So let's go T-Tar's weakness. I'm gonna just compare up and down. It's easier for me. Weaknesses. T-Tar's weaknesses. 2 times weaknesses. 2. Water. Grass. Ground. Bug. Steel. Fair. All 2 times resist. And 4 times weaknesses to fighting. So that's not good. I mean, he has multiple advantages on offense as well, but it's a lot of weaknesses. Water's super common, grass super common, steel's pretty common, fairy's pretty common, bug and ground are a little bit more rare, but everybody kind of runs them. So let's go see. So let's go like here. For Rhyperior now. And you have 1 1/2 times. 1 1/2 times 2 ice, fighting, ground, and steel. So you have a lot less weaknesses, but then you have 3 times weaknesses to water, grass. Oh my god, my keyboard. Grass. So you have more, technically 4 times weaknesses, but they end up being 3 times weaknesses. So I actually think I like Rhyperior's typing better. I can say, at least. Especially with this ability, with Solid Rock ability, because, like, Ice Fight... So, only problem right now that I have is that water and grass are super in the metagame right now. So, here, I can take away this damage calculator, and I can just show you. Look at that. So, you have grass, water, like... grass. You got a lot of grass and water in the metagame right now, and he's 3 times resistant. 3-time resistant to each of them. So he's not going to get one-shot because he's very tanky unless he's a special attacker. In that case, then, I mean, you can make up for it, I guess. But it's really what they're going to do on my team. So they're both going to be like Trick Room sweepers, basically. If Trick Room goes up or if we're in a Trick Room situation, they're Trick Room sweepers. So what does that mean for me? So those are their weaknesses. So what did I do? So I did weaknesses. Oh, I need to know what order I did. Weaknesses and then the moveset. Okay. So let's go moveset. So the moveset on Tyranitar that I would be running. So let's look at the most common one. I'm pretty sure I am running the most common one. Moveset on Tyranitar. Rock Slide, Protect, Superpower, Lash Out. I think I do agree, right? This is what I was running. I believe this is what I was going to run. Yeah, Rock Slide's very overpowered for the flinch. Protect, you need. Superpower is a very good move, and Lash Out as well. Yep, this is the run I was going to run. So then you just have... Can I copy this? I was just going to copy weird, right? Oh, not really. That's not bad. So, you have this moveset. And if you have Rhyperior, what moveset are you running on Rhyperior? My Rhyperior is a little more unique, I think, right? Because I like to run a quite unique thing. Tyranitar is more popular than Rhyperior in this format, but I think it's because of his stats, and I'm going to go over that. So it's Rock Slide, High Horse. Yeah, see, I don't agree with this. I personally, let me just make sure I think I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I like Rock Slide, High Horsepower, Protect, and Fire Punch because Fire Punch covers this weakness. Fire Punch covers Ice weakness, Fighting weakness, Ground weakness, and Grass weakness. So that's why I like that instead of, I don't think you need 2 ground moves, and especially Earthquake in this format, in my opinion, isn't that great because except for Togekiss, everybody's getting hit by it. So, and he's usually not going in with Togekiss, he's usually going to be going in with Porygon. So I don't really want extra damage for no reason. So I'm running Rock Slide, Protect, High Horsepower, and Fire Punch. Rock Slide. Okay, so now let's go strengths based on that. So now if you go strengths, you have, start with Tyranitar of course, so you have Rock Slide, which is going to be strong against Fire, Ice, Flying, Bug. And then you also have High Horsepower. Or sorry, you have Superpower. Which is going to be covering... I mean, it's weird, I'm just making this easier for me. Ice. Again, no, it's 2 times Ice. Ice times 2. Rock coverage. Dark coverage and Steel coverage. Steel coverage. So what else does he run? He's also running Lash Out, which of course is covering Psychic and Ghost. Which in my opinion, I'm not really worried about. So these are his strengths. Okay, and then we compare them to Rhyperior. By strengths I mean like what he's super effective against. It doesn't mean he's useless against other ones, it just means that he's super effective against these. So of course they both have Rock Slide. I think they're going to share a lot of the same ones, personally, but that's what I think. Flying and Bug. And then you're running High Horsepower, in this case. I like to run High Horsepower over Earthquake. Especially because of grassy terrain with Rillaboom, Earthquake does less damage, and I don't think people realize that because it doesn't say it anywhere, you just have to know it. So, yeah, I think it helps. So, Fire times 2, And then you have electric, which is good coverage. I don't know if there's... Did I not run a ground? I didn't run a ground move on Tyranitar. Or am I tripping? Did I just skip electric? I feel like I skipped electric. No, I don't run a ground move on him. That's interesting. And then, of course, you're running Fire Punch. Fire Punch is subject to change. But let's see what coverage it does. So it covers grass. It's another ice coverage. It's another bug coverage. And it's another steel coverage. So I guess Fire Punch isn't really needed because it makes all the coverages ×2. So what would you run instead of Fire Punch? I didn't even realize that. I guess you can run Hammer Arm or Superpower. Right? Oh, no. Hammer Arm. Did you run Hammer Armor? Hammer Arm, sorry. Lowers the user speed. Actually, that's good if you're going for Trick Room. Hammer Arm, great. Or you can go for Superpower, which is just stronger, I guess, right? It's a lot stronger and it can't miss, but it lowers the attack and defense of yourself, which I personally don't like. I feel like Tyranitar doesn't get this move, does it? Yeah, that's an advantage for Rhyperior, I think, because I would actually run that. Instead of Fire Punch, I would definitely run Hammer because you get a lot more coverage out of that. Yeah, so then you lose grass coverage. You're losing the ×2 on ice. You're losing the ×2 on bug, which obviously you don't need ×2. It's kind of stupid to have that. You're losing ×2 on steel. But you're gaining a super strong move that is super effective against normal. Another ice one. Another rock one. You're gaining dark effectiveness, which is a big deal for other Tyranitar if you're using it. And you're getting another ×2 on steel. So who has more coverage? They both have fire. They both have ice. They both have flying. They both have bug. They both have normal. They both have rock. They both have dark. They both have steel. So, right, Tyranitar has psychic and ghost. And he has electric and poison. So what psychic is more popular in this format, which isn't great for me, but I counter psychic spam with multiple other people, so I don't really care about that. And ghost, let's see, who's a popular ghost monster? There's really nobody popular. It's a ghost monster. I don't know who's a popular ghost mon right now. Besides Marowak, I guess Marowak and Silvally, but I have other ways to take care of them, especially because I have dark bonuses already. So, we see strengths. Well, I'm gonna highlight these in the other one. So what else do we do? So you see strengths, and then you go base stats. Yeah. So then let's compare base stats. Obviously, base stats of Tyranitar are 100 HP. He is great base stats, which makes him a great mono. 134 attack, 110 defense, 100 special defense, and 61 speed. Only problem with 61 speed is like a mid speed, and it's kind of weird for a Trick Room Sweeper, which is why Rhyperior may be kind of better. But I think we're gonna figure that out. So Rhyperior has 115 HP. 140 attack, 130 defense, but only 55 special defense, and has 40 speed to add up to 535. You know, right, or something like that. It's 535 base, and he has 600 base. But the thing that they trick you is special attack is a lot of numbers that aren't actually there. So it's 100 plus 134 plus 110 plus 100 plus 61. So adds up to 505 base. For what matters to me, it's 505. Because I'm not including special attack because he's not a special attacker. on my team at least, he wouldn't be a special attacker. And then you have 115 plus 140 plus 130 plus 55 plus 40, which has the 480. So, Tyranitar has better overall stats. The only thing that bothers me about Rhyperior is 55 special defense. That's a pretty big issue, because what are you running on Rhyperior? Let's see. What is Rhyperior's? This HP, attack, special defense. This is probably the one I would run. I like more complex spreads usually, because they're calced, and most likely they're calced. And of course, you're running weakness policies. You want it to be bulky. So 100, yeah, this is probably what I would run. 133, 244, 132 on Rhyperior, which would boost his special defense a good bit, but I don't think it's enough, because like Tyranitar. See, okay, so this is the thing now. Now I have to make, this is where the decision comes into play, and it's hard for me to do. So weaknesses wise, let's go weakness. Let's just go like who wins each thing. Weaknesses wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So they both have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They both have 6 weaknesses. Now, right, Tyranitar has a 4 times weakness, and Rhyperior has a 3 times. So I think Rhyperior does win in weaknesses category, because, you know, everything's less effective against him than they would normally be, compared to like that. So I think Rhyperior wins in that way. Now, strength-wise, who do I think wins? So who is more overall coverage? They both coverage everything except for Psychic and Ghost and Poison and Electric. Thing is there really any popular Poison or Electric Pokemon right now? I guess that's the question I really need to figure out. Poison or Electric? Amoonguss is very popular. He's Poison. Poison or Electric? Poison or Electric? So I mean, not really. I mean, Venusaur is popular. Poison or Electric? I think it's more Poison, because like Electric. Oh, Rotom I guess is relatively popular. Not crazy popular. Magnezone's quite popular. I don't know, there's a lot, to be fair to Tyranitar, I guess I'd have to give it to him, because there's a lot more Psychic and Ghost that would cause me issues, or that can cause issues, so I'd say Tyranitar wins this, so it's 1-1 now. And stat-wise, I would say Tyranitar wins, because of its 55 special defense. Only thing is that Rhyperior is slower, and if I need him in Trick Room, he's going to underspeed everything. So, who do I use is really the question, I guess. They both have immunity to anything. Tyranitar's immunity to Psychic, and Rhyperior is immune to Electric. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. Tyranitar has 6 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay, so you guys can see what I'm doing, but Tyranitar has 6 resists, with 1 being not effective at all, and the rest being 1/2. Whereas Rhyperior has 5 resists, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resists, 1 being Electric not being able to damage him, and 1/4 on Poison, but I don't really think that matters at this point. So I do think Tyranitar is better, right? Over this, I would say Tyranitar is better, and I don't really see how anybody would argue that he's not. I want somebody, like, if they want this to help people, and explain to me why or not they think whatever they do. But in my opinion, I really don't see. So, okay, so let's, like, highlight. So let's just go here. So, like, Primirina, this. So, Milotic wins in the weakness category. Milotic wins weakness category. So let's go strength. Okay. So who has more coverage here? Why does this look so off? I feel like this is off. So they both have ground coverage. So what does she have over him? Fighting coverage? She has fighting coverage. She has dark coverage. Alright, I call her she. She just looks like a girl. Fighting coverage, dark coverage. And that's it, right? Because they both have dragon, they both have flying, they both have grass, they both have rock, they both have ground, they both have fire. So, strength-wise, Primirina wins. Weakness-wise, Milotic wins because this. Base stats, Milotic wins. In general, it's just faster, better defense. So I do think, so okay, so in my opinion, I think Milotic wins this matchup. And I'd say like here, Tyranitar. Weakness-wise, Rhyperior wins. Okay. Weakness, okay. Okay. Weakness-wise, Rhyperior wins. Strength-wise, they both have fire, both have ice, both have flying, both have bug, both have normal, both have rock, both have steel, both have dark. Yeah. And then you have Psychic Ghost, they have electric poison. So that's personal opinion, and base stats, Tyranitar wins. Only problem is that he's mid-speed. 61 speed in Trick Room is not going to be the slowest, even if you run negative. Well, I run 0. Even if you do that, it's not going to be that great. So, I mean, that's a discussion, I guess, but here are all your stats laid out. I mean, I can link this to you guys. I'll share this. I'll share this. So nobody, I'd say, yeah. I don't want anybody to be able to edit it though. No. Oh, no. So I'm gonna do this. So let's get a link. Okay, so here I'll put this link in my description of this video. So you guys can see what I was talking about there, but just for this video. So there's my link for that if you guys want to look at that from all the stuff that I went over today. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know this was a little bit faster. It actually took longer than I wanted to. I just wanted to go over that for my team. I'm going to use Milotic and Tyranitar instead of Primirina. That's what I figured out today. And yeah, I'll see you guys.